as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply.
Now tonight, comments from USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins there. Rollins praised President Trump and moves that his team is making to cut back on fraud. This all centers around SNAP benefits. The Trump administration is threatening to withhold funding for blue states, Democratic-leaning states. That means, of course, that refuse to hand over personal data for SNAP users. But some of those states are pushing back tonight, including Michigan. News Channel 3's Princess Johnny Steverson is live in Kalamazoo. And Princess, this back and forth makes it even more difficult for food pantries to plan. And you also spoke to one of our local lawmakers who says this isn't about SNAP, it's about data security.
Andy, Michigan's governor, our Secretary of State, the Attorney General, they're all Democrats, which means that Michigan is one of the states that could be at risk for losing its SNAP benefits as early as next week. Today, I sat down with State Representative Julie Rogers and a local food pantry who tell me they're concerned for Michiganders, but no matter what, they are prepared to serve their community. At the First Presbyterian Church of Richland, volunteers are stocking shelves and preparing for what could be a harder winter if Michigan loses SNAP funding. The pantry partners with Kalamazoo Loaves and Fishes, which, like many food assistance networks, has seen demand rise.
We went from handling about 20 households per week last year up to about 38, I think it is, this year.
Having already expanded hours and community resources for those who may have been working or in school during daylight hours, Goebbels says he and his team are ready to do it again if federal funding is cut.
I represent around 91,000 residents in Kalamazoo, and 15,000 are on SNAP benefits. Before this new policy, there was a thing called Medicaid work requirements. So it's been a topic of conversation for several years. It has never been a conversation to feed people.
The Trump administration says the funding threat is about fighting fraud.
When we found 186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used, we had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states. We asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud.
But State Representative Julie Rogers says Michigan has been required to submit certain pieces of information for SNAP assistance all along.
What gives me pause is this new wrinkle about Social Security numbers. And we all are very aware, we all probably know someone that has had their personal identity, personal information stolen. Data privacy is once again on the chopping block.
Michigan is one of several Democratic-led states pushing back, with leaders questioning whether the federal government can legally withhold SNAP dollars based on political disagreements.
Our state has been a leader in joining multiple lawsuits against the federal administration. We've won quite a few of those lawsuits over the last year, and so we're just waiting to see how this plays out in court.
Back at the pantry, volunteers say regardless of what happens in Washington, the help here will not disappear.
I'm confident that we will stay open regardless of what happens at a federal level.